All right, moving on. We are joined now by Anil K. Beejawat, who's the CEO of RAK Ceramics India, joining us on the show. Hi, Mr. Sherawat. Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Beejawat,
Yeah, good afternoon.
right, Mr. Beejawat, tell us, you are one of the world's largest ceramic companies. So, no one better than you to tell us how the industry has been, evolving over the last few years. What have been your demand trends, and going forward for the next 5 years, at what rate do you see the industry growing?
See, last 10 years, if you see the last decade for the tile industry, whatever that has happened in last 10 years never happened in the last 6 decades. The kind of revolution that has taken place in this tile industry is phenomenal. It's not only in terms of sizes, it's not only in terms of formats, it's also in the types of surfaces. And to the extent that a company like RAK, we have come out with a tile which is translucent. You can compare it with an onyx. So the technology has evolved to this extent that today I can say that any kind of surface can be replicated by the tile industry, whether it is wood, whether it is metal, whether it is a stone, whether it is granite, marble, you name anything, and from 3 to 30 that is the bandwidth of the tile industry. So you can have slabs, you can have laminations. So I would say that if there is any need for surface covering, ceramic tiles, there is a possibility. And that is what is fueling the increase in the market, to the extent that today, even in India, the kind of work that has happened, today India has become number 2 hub for the tile industry worldwide. And the growth pattern that is happening, it is fueled by the housing sector's demand. So the growth I can see touching 2 digits. It has been traditionally it has been about 8.6, something like that. But now, with the kind of money that is going into infrastructure, the money that is going into housing sector, in the real estate sector, we can expect the tile industry to grow by more than 10%.
All right. Hi, very good afternoon, Mr. Beejawat. This is Shrishti also joining in. What we see that in India, how have you seen the demand shape up? Tell us more on this front. And off late, the demand for the tiles and the sanitary ware has been a bit muted. This is despite an uptrend in the real estate market. So why so? And when do you see this changing?
There is, when you see or when you speak about muted, I think it is more a phenomena which is seen by the organized sector companies. Otherwise, the tile industry has grown. You will see that in 2019, this industry was about 22,000 crores. But today, the Indian tile market is 45,000 crores with 19,000 crores exports. The exports have grown phenomenally. So I would say that there is a little bit of overcapacity in the tile industry for a short term, and then it is fueled by some problems which are being faced in the export markets due to this Red Sea crisis, Ukraine crisis, and fuel prices going up. So all those things have coupled to create a situation where the organized sector companies are facing a muted demand pattern. But I think it's a very temporary phenomenon, and the kind of funnels that our sales managers have for the coming next 6 months, I think the growth is going to be phenomenal in this industry.
Right, Mr. Beejawat. So then tell us, what is the competitive, or how is the competitive intensity within the players in India? You said that usually the muted growth that we just spoke about was for the organized sector, but as such the tile industry is growing. But what about the competitive intensity in the space?
It is quite intense, with 1,000 units working between Morbi and other places in India. You can expect the competition to be very intense, and in fact, for companies like RAK, this competition brings in more possibilities for us to spend in R&D and do a lot of work when it comes to innovation, and which is the creed of our company. So we come out with the newer kind of products and very innovative products. Like I said, that we are one of the only companies right now in India who have launched a translucent tile. And of course, we have huge range of tiles when it comes to stone finishes, then marble finishes, granite finishes, wood finishes. So uh, the muted part of the demand pattern which you mentioned is only a temporary phenomenon, and going forward, I think we will be growing at a double digit.
Another thing that we wanted to know is that you have clients in more than 150 countries. Now, how is India different to the global market? If you can give us some sense over there, that how are the Indian markets placed versus the other countries right now?
See, I look after only Indian market, so I would not be the right person to talk much about what is happening in the international markets. But definitely, Indian market is different. It is growing at a faster pace, and of course, the requirements, the need, culturally, we are quite different from the world scenario. So we think local, we think global and act local. So we have 3 plants in India. One is in Samalkota and 2 plants in Morbi. So these 3 plants make 90% of the requirement which is sold in India only. So I would say that definitely there is a difference. In the other countries also, when we go to any particular country, we have those product ranges which are local to those places. So I would say that there is nothing like a uniform product range which sells everywhere. We try to improvise because this is almost a fashion product. There are different designs which are required. There are different patterns which are required. There are different surfaces which are popular in different places. So in all other places, that's how we operate.
Beejawat, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you.
All right. We'll move on with all the stocks that are in focus, and I'll come to you, Jin.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.